Hey, welcome everyone. It's been a week already. The time flies. So, how is everyone doing through these fun times in crypto? Are we all up or down, or were we over leveraged? Did we stay safe, or did we take too much risk, or perhaps we didn't take enough risk? I personally, I bought some more spot. I bought, damn, I bought some Solana. I bought some Ripple. I bought some Luna. I bought uh, Caspa. I bought more Caspa as well. A little bit more Sui because I already hold quite a bit of Sui. Anybody have any questions already, or can I just dive in a little bit, talk about how I'm looking at the market right now, what I'm planning to do for the next few days, considering Christmas is around the corner? Oh, I apparently I've turned on subscriber only mode. I do not know how to turn that off really quickly. If you want to, you can just click subscribe and you can chat. But I'll start out with talking a little bit about coin market cap. So yeah, as we see today, the global crypto market's down overall. And either my screen is lagging or I'm lagging, but a little weird. All right, but yeah, overall crypto market's down. I mean, we have all noticed this, but I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it was to be expected completely after the big push up we had. It's logical. Hey guys. So yeah, as I said, I was waiting for this dip to happen. I've been talking on my channel about the December dip for a while. I'm not the only one, of course, but yeah, I was expecting it. Historically, December's always been a. Is my voice dull? Is it? I have no idea why that is. Oh wait, I might have an idea. Is it better now? Ah, all right. Uh, is it good? Yeah, just let me know if it isn't. I think I have a quick fix, but I'm not sure if it'll turn it off completely. Um, all right, all right. Well, as we all know, Bitcoin market or crypto markets in general are down. Stock markets, I think, also took a big hit. At least my stock portfolio took quite a big hit. But I was up quite a bit as well, so it kind of evens out. It just sucks that that also dropped as much as it did. But I was planning on buying more anyway. So for my DCA options, yeah, it's actually a good thing. Ooh, yeah, that's a steep drop. That's a steep drop. Yeah, obviously all coins will drop faster, drop harder, drop. Yeah, will hurt more on the drop, but it also, yeah, it gives us great buying opportunities, especially if we're newer to crypto. Like there is a premium question in the Discord. Uh, there is a person saying he's just getting started, and he's curious to know everyone's percentage of money for DCA buys or other opportunities. So in short, I personally always try to hold like 30% cash and either buy more on it or I deposit more monthly, but I still try to keep that 30% just in case a big drop like this happens. And even when I just have my phone on hand and I see this happening, I get these push notifications. I just like go, oh, Solana's on sale, Caspa's on sale, Sui's on sale. Buy. That's the only time I use market orders, by the way. Otherwise, I always use limit orders. But yeah, that's the only time I use market orders. But I have very good rates on that particular exchange as well. So it doesn't hurt as much to do that. But yeah, I always try to keep 30% cash, and I buy snippets. I just buy small amounts. So let's say I have $1,000 into something. At most, I'd buy 100. At most, 10% more, but sometimes it would be equal to like 50, like 5%, 6%, depending on how high the volatility is. So if it's the drop is happening at that point and it keeps dropping, 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 I just buy 5%, I buy 5%, and I buy 5%. Uh, I don't really have a tactic or a strategy for it. I just basically purely look at the price and at the percentage drop. So if it drops 10%, I drop in 5%. If it drops 5%, I hold. I don't do anything. 5% for crypto is too little to affect it, in my opinion. So I wait for bigger drops than that. So on Bitcoin, I have not bought more actually. Bitcoin, I've done nothing. Actually, I even sold a little bit of Bitcoin, but that was roughly before the big drop. So I haven't bought more spot Bitcoin, but I did buy more on the alts because they dropped further. They dropped, yeah, the drop was bigger. So yeah, better buying opportunity, in my opinion. But yeah, that's basically what I have been doing the last few days. Not actively trading because I think it's a bit too volatile and too unpredictable at this point. So I don't really like trading if I'm not sure what's going to happen. It would require me to look more at the charts, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to be glued to charts all day. Um, I can, yeah, I'd say yeah, especially if you started in crypto on the absolute top. I have something to show you guys. Let's grab my other screen. Blah, 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 blah. I think it's this one. It depends on the drop. It depends on the price, really. Like, look at what crypto you're buying. Let's say Caspa. Caspa, I personally put in a little bit more than the others. Why? Because I bought Caspa and Sui at the same time, roughly. Sui did extremely well. Caspa only did a little. So the price in comparison is still a lot lower. So when that dropped, the price difference became a lot bigger even. So I put more into that. So let's say I put 10% in Caspa and 5% in the others, because I think that will do well in the longer term as well. But it's cheaper, so it's a better time to get in. Buying Bitcoin since 2016. That's a yeah, a great move. I wish I had done that actually. Jasmine, I don't hold it myself because I missed the mark on Jasmine, so I haven't looked into it as much. I'll just give a quick explanation about this, and then I'll look at Jasmine. I'll grab the chart. But yeah, this was a dollar cost average main portfolio. This was an example I did on my channel. I put in $1,000, and every month for my channel, I will be moving $1,000 into it, based purely on price, not news or technical analysis and whatever. Basically, a pure DCA portfolio. So I will most likely in the next video, I will either record it today or tomorrow, depending on what. But you can see I bought at the absolute top of Bitcoin at that point, which was when it hit 100K or something like that. But well, it wouldn't have hit 100K. It was a little lower, but it was before the 108. It was a few weeks ago, last month somewhere. So every month I will move $1,000 into this, and you can see like Dogecoin 22% down. I put more into that respectively than I put into Bitcoin, because yeah, the risk is higher, but it's dropped farther, quicker. So I think that selling pressure will run out quicker as well. So it'll start to bounce back up. But obviously, 22% on the way down is 44% on the way up to the same price point. So yeah, Dogecoin, I'd move. Let's say I put another 1,000 into this. I'd put maybe 300 into this, 300 into that, maybe 200 in ETH, and 100. Basically, switch the ratios around purely on feeling, purely on price. And yeah, it can backfire because you're taking a little bit more risk. But overall, I think all these tokens in a few years will be massively up from now. So basically, the more risk you take now will pay out on the longer run, especially with dollar cost averaging. So I think it's worth it. But that's my personal approach. But this will be a proof of concept. So on the next video, I will actually put the buys into this, and I think that visual helps people visualize the DCA process. And it's kind of counter. It feels wrong to do it because everything's dropping so massively, and you put a lot of money in. But that's the way to do it. Like red days make millionaires. But yeah, this would be a larger DCA portfolio, DCA moment for me. This would be a larger buy at this point. This would be smaller and basically laddering into it. So yeah, let's grab Jasmine real quick, and I'll look a bit at the Bitcoin chart a little bit as well. Jasmine going. My internet's slow today, man. So annoying. Yeah. So let's grab it with Trading View. So yeah, I missed out on this one. I'm not too sure about what it is either. But let's say we draw a few lines. So as with basically, I have the Bitcoin chart open as well. I'll show that in a little bit, but basically, I don't think we've seen the bottom yet. Yeah, it's a good DCA opportunity, especially if you're planning to hold this longer term. But I don't know, maybe wait a bit more or just DCA a little bit. I don't think we've seen all of the selling pressure yet, especially since buying pressure is also declining. And yeah, it'll become clearer when I look at the Bitcoin chart a little bit because I've pre-prepared that a little bit. But I'm looking for the new level where we will start going sideways. Like I'm thinking it's around 95 to 100, but as we are right now, there's still a lot of selling pressure. It's still a lot of volatility in it. So yeah, I'm not sure if this is the new bottom, basically where we'll start to build. I'm expecting a bigger push up around February, March next year. And yeah, at this point, I'm not really certain yet what will happen. That's why I'm not doing much at this moment. I only bought a little bit of spot, and that's all I did. And sometimes I think the waiting game is the best game to play. You know, instead of moving in big money now and then still dropping another 20%. And this can happen. Like we've seen a few years back when FTX collapsed, we saw huge sell-offs, and basically even I ran out of my DCA funds. So the 30% cash I had, I think I even had more. I think I had 40 or 50% at that point because we already saw another exchange collapse. Yeah, BlockFi collapsed, but I think BlockFi collapsed because of FTX. But Celsius before that, and yeah, there was a lot of fear in the market at that time. So luckily, I had a lot of cash on hand, but even that got decimated. The only regret I have is not buying more when Bitcoin was 15K. I think we all have that regret, but yeah, at that time I was also remodeling my house, so yeah, I didn't have enough cash on hand to do both, basically. So I really regret not making more funds free at that time, but live and let learn. Like keep DCAing, just keep marching on ahead is the game plan here. At least I bought. I didn't buy nothing, but I bought a little bit too less, in my opinion, in my own opinion. So yeah, this it's a good DCA point, but I think there's more selling on the around the corner, basically. So maybe little bit more lower. Like, will it find the same level again? I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I also don't know much about the token itself. So if I knew maybe some more fundamentals, yeah, I might be more inclined to believe it and easier to move money in. But that's something I did for Solana, for example. But let's grab Solana. Oh, Telegram message. No, it's not important. Yeah, last time I missed a message from from O that it was taking too long on the stream. So yeah, this stream will be a little bit shorter than last week because I thought I had to fill the hour, but turns out we have 30 minutes. So I was a bit excited last week. So yeah, Solana, completely different chart in my opinion. I think it's healthy. I think Solana is doing very, very well. Obviously, I'm a big fan of Solana. I hold quite a bit of it. I intend to hold it long term as well. I think this is one that will stand the test of time, and maybe I don't know how big it'll grow, but I'm confident it will grow. So any price I pay now, I don't care about. I really don't care about it. Any price I can buy, and if it's good, like right now it's discounted. If I can buy it, I buy it. Yeah, I remember you from last week and from the Discord messages. Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, Solana. Yeah, but that's what you see. Like Bitcoin, if you overlay the charts from Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana is getting there as well. Like the line, basically the bar charts are almost identical. The only thing that differs is the percentages. But that the more and more these market caps come to the same size, the bigger these market caps become, become more and more aligned. And usually I only do technical analysis purely on Bitcoin. And the conclusion I take from Bitcoin, I put that thought into the other altcoins, because usually they will copy Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the mother of all crypto, and yeah, what mom says goes. Yeah, I don't use Ethereum as much. I don't trade meme coins on Ethereum as well because of the gas fees and whatever. Uh, I usually stick to Solana or Base or something like that. Yeah, I've missed out on a lot of profits on that, but it also saved me from a lot of losses. That's how I look at it. But Solana, like I said, I bought Solana yesterday. I'm not entirely sure where, but I was on the road. I had my phone with me and just bought. Like I said, I saw a big discount, buy, and yeah, it bounced after that. So I'm not worried. I got a good price. In a few years, I'm confident it'll be much higher, especially with everything that's going to happen next year and the coming years with all things crypto related, ETFs being approved, whatever. Uh, I expect a massive influx of money into crypto. So yeah, definitely good DCA opportunity. But even here, I'm also not confident that this is the bottom. I think for sure we might see a little bounce up here, but for sure, I think we will see around this level, maybe. Yeah, I don't think it's unthinkable for us to go lower, like especially after the big push up we had. Yeah, for sure, I think it can still go down. Like, let's see, let's draw another line here. But I'll open my trading view in a little bit, and that will explain my point better. So I usually look at like what's called naked price action. I draw as little as possible. I don't use a lot of fancy indicators or whatever, and I don't go into depth like trusting technical analysis. All I do is look at what prices do when they reach certain levels and try to align with that style of trading. Like we see this level, it's been touched a few times, but and it's been broken here, but yeah, it's not a lot. And you see this massive push down. It did bounce back up, but with the amount of selling pressure here, these three huge red candles, not a lot of green to go against it. I mean, yeah, I don't think it's unthinkable to reach this, possibly this, but this level and this level would be good DCA buys for me. I mean, there will always be a few coins that will go green. Most coins are rising on the 4 hour chart. What do you recommend? Like, depending on the coin, like if it's fully recovered from the dip, I don't think they will have. But if it's fully recovered from the dip, I wouldn't do anything. But if there's still enough room to qualify it as a good DCA buy, yeah, maybe I buy some spot, maybe grab a quick trade here and there. But like I said, I think there's more selling pressure around the corner. Christmas is right around the corner. Volume will die down. I do think we will see a little bit more red as well, especially going into January. So I'd say protect yourself. Like, don't take unnecessary risks. I myself am just sticking to spot buys for now. And also, it's Christmas. Like, I want to spend time with friends and family. So I actually, after that's why this stream is earlier today. After this stream, I'm going to my to a Christmas drink party thing. So yeah, I'd say don't glue yourself to screens right now. Markets will be very unpredictable at this point, possibly red. So even I wouldn't take a lot of longs at this point. Yeah, you could trade it, you could make a lot of money, but I think it's too risky at this point, and I don't want to waste. I don't want to spend as much time behind the screens right now. So I think the market generally thinks the same, and that's why December has always traditionally been bad trading months. When people are feeling, you should be greedy, but that's why I buy spot. Like huge red in the markets, I buy spot. That's how I go. I'm also not a huge day trader, so I mean, there could be coaches that think differently, that do trade, especially these moments. You could, but get in, get out quickly. I would not open swing trades at this point. Maybe a few day trades if you have the time, if you have the ethic to do that. But like I said, I'm rather busy these days, so I don't have the time sticking to the charts all day. And yeah, I think it's too risky to leave trades open, especially without stop losses or whatever. For now, I wouldn't do that. But yeah, that's why I buy spot, easy and stress free, because I believe in a few years they will have doubled or tripled or quadrupled, if not more. So that, yeah, it makes for a very calm state of mind, I guess. But yeah, to answer your question shorter, on the coins that are rising on the 4 hour chart, if you think they will rise further, if you think they have enough growth left, yeah, you could buy a little, or maybe sell a little if you haven't. If you want to take some profits, man, it could also be a good time to take some profits if you've had the positions longer. Like I take profits, but I never sell the position completely. I just take a little bit out to keep that 30% cash on hand, 30 to 40 depending on the markets. But yeah, I always try to keep cash on hand. I have a little bit less cash on hand now because I have been buying a few of these earlier dips as well, and I've not taken a lot of profits because we saw so much buying pressure. So I tried. Maybe I got a little greedy as well because this last push up, I thought it would also maybe solidify a newer high, but it looks like we're gonna stick below that 100 for this year. But even then, not worried at all. I think we're in a very, very good place, especially going into the next few years. Let's grab my Bitcoin chart. I'm hoping you can all see it, but it's readable. So this is Bitcoin on the daily. This is about as much technical analysis as I do in total. I always, like I said, I look at naked price action. I look at what markets are doing. I look at what the general consensus in those markets is. So, yeah, I'll turn off this indicator because, yeah, that makes it a little bit, I think that makes it easier to see. Like on this way up, we saw massive buying, massive buying, massive buying, a lot of more buying. And then here it started, the big sells started to come in. And it happened here, and it happened here. And I mean, it pushed up and it massively dropped down. But as you can see, the buys thereafter started getting smaller and smaller. But we did see bigger selling candles come in. So for now, this could be a sign that the pullback is over. But percentage-wise, I think it's not big enough. I think there's a bigger dips to be had. We're also still very close to the 100. So originally, I thought we would go higher here and maybe form a new level around 100 to 105. Technically, that could still happen, but with all the selling pressure we're seeing, I think it will be somewhere in this region. So between 90 and 95, or maybe even 100. But I think this would be the new bottom, the new level where we'll start going sideways at. Unless there's something like a black swan event happens and we will see bigger drops down, it could. That's what happened in the past few bull runs where I've been part of, like FTX and Celsius and BlockFi collapsing, which caused so much panic in the markets that it dropped massively down. It's very crazy to think that Bitcoin could be 15K again, but it's not impossible technically. A black swan event actually, but that's basically like something like FTX collapsing. So let's say tomorrow Binance is torpedoed. Something happens, Binance goes bankrupt. Binance has been insider trading, I don't care, whatever. Something like that happening. And I call that a black swan event. And that would mean massive panic in the markets and huge sell-offs and bankruptcies and people losing funds. So weird events like that happening, that would cause massive panic, and that would drive prices down immensely. And you got to remember, like these big institutions that are buying Bitcoin behind the scenes, they're not buying on the markets. They're not buying in ways that influence these charts. So they are selling on the open market, but they're buying OTC deals behind the scenes. So they move massive amounts of money into crypto, which doesn't show on the charts. But as everyone kind of knows or realize, that's why Bitcoin prices are going up so high. The demand is very high, but the supply is starting to run thin. So bigger parties trying to buy are maybe forced to buy a little bit on the markets, and their interest is buying as cheaply as possible. So their intents are to drop the price as low as they can before they buy these deals on the back end. So there is definitely interest to lower the price before they up the price. And I think that's what these big sell-offs are. Bigger parties trying to manipulate prices and possibly even causing some bad news here and there. It might be a bit of tinfoil hat inspired, but that's what we usually see happen. Like bigger events causing mass panics, causing price drops, people selling or people being over leveraged and losing a lot of money, which in turn creates more negative publicity. So let me just really quickly. Oh, it's not important. Yeah, my Telegram is going crazy, but it's not important for me right now. But yeah, that's basically a black swan event. That's what I classify as black swan events. Massive panic reasons. And yeah, when that happens, nobody knows the bottom. Nobody can predict what happens if an event like that happens. That's also why I'm not a huge fan of leaving trades open for very long, or at least not well protected trades. That's also why, yeah, why I don't trade too much during these periods. Like these very high volatile times is when I don't trade too much, unless I'm positive. Like Elon Musk just bought a billion Bitcoin or billion dollars worth of Doge. If it's super positive news, then I like opening some longs and taking some quick profits there. But yeah, but I'm not a huge day trader. That's I've said it before, and I'll say it again. So, are there any more questions? Any things you would like to know or hear or talk about, or want me to talk about? I mean, the 30 minutes are up, but I can answer a few more questions if you want. Well, if not, then yeah, I would like to thank you all for watching again, and I'd say have a few, well, a few, have a have a nice holiday season. Have a Merry Christmas and a great New Year, and well, we have one more stream after Christmas, so I can wish it again then. But uh, my prediction for a bull run time, I'm personally thinking around February, March. It happened in this year, and I think crypto is influenceable. So yeah, if it happened this year, history might repeat itself. So I'm thinking next year, February, March will be good. I think markets will be open, spring will begin, people are euphoric, people will trade, people will buy, prices will go up. That's what I'm banking on. And I was right about the December dip so far. So let's hope I'm right again. But nobody knows for sure, obviously. Um, what I do think though, like even with bear and bull markets, you even throughout the years, like higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, we keep building up to higher, newer highs, newer all-time highs. So yeah, this one took a while. It's been 2 years since the last all-time high season, basically, and we're setting them now. So yeah, I think the markets change throughout the years as well, with newer amounts of money involved. The percentage gains will be smaller, but overall still very good, I think. Blah, blah, blah. Should I close it preempting a bigger pullback? So it depends. It depends on how you set up your swing trade, how much cash you have. Is it a cross margin or isolated margin? Are you down 10%? Are you down 50%? But if your intention is to use it as a DCA swing trade, small amount, small leverage. So it depends. If you want to leave it open, you could leave it open and just DCA a bit more into the trade, which is what I was doing. But I had my stop loss too close on my last few trades, but that was a few days ago. So that hit its stop loss before bouncing up. So kind of got it on that, but nah, still made profit on it. So yeah, you could do that, but it depends if you want to do that. So you could close it and open on a newer low, or you could try to DCA through it, and then when it bounces back, get back into profit sooner. But that's depending on how much liquid assets you have, how much you want to move into it, and your style of trading. So that it differs. And if you're unsure about it, if you don't want to risk as much money, if you don't want to keep putting money into it, then yeah, maybe just close it. Like I said, calm and peace of mind is worth a lot as well, because panic is a very bad advisor. If you start panic trading, chasing your trades, chasing profits, then yeah, you will end up over leveraging yourself, and you'll be forced to close at the later point with huge losses. And yeah, I don't think you want to put yourself through that. I used to trade big amounts in big leverage, day trading, forex trading, and yeah, I've lost a few accounts on forex accounts, and it sucks. It really sucks. A lot of stress, a lot of money lost, and yeah, it kind of deterred me away from it. So I'm, yeah, call me maybe call me a little bit boring, but I love a bit of a safer approach on it. So if you're unsure, yeah, maybe just take the L. But that's to each his own. So all right, guys, I think I'm gonna close the stream for now. And yeah, like I said, I wish you all a Merry Christmas and have a few fun days. And I'll see you on the next one. And yeah, thank you all for listening to me. And let's see each other on the next one, guys.